Well, here we are once again. Good morning to you, and good morning to you. Everyone out there, today is another great day in the world of Monday Mental Real Estate. I want to thank you all for taking the time, so deserved time, to just be here with me, to spend this time together as we do more collectively to understand more about your mental real estate. Today's a great day, y'all. It's a beautiful Monday. The temperatures is going to be just fine today, Lord. So I'm grateful for all of those who are surviving through another day and getting an opportunity to do something more and do something better with their life as they help and add value to others. So before I even get started, let me ask you the question. How was your weekend? Did you get a chance to spend time with someone that you love? Did you get a chance to spend time with somebody that loved you back? Did somebody pour into you on a day that you needed it most? Or did you get an opportunity to share some things that would help further the impact of other people's lives around the world? This is a great opportunity for Monday Mental Real Estate and why it's so important for us to continue what it is that we do. Today is no less important than any other day, is it? Check it out. This day is designed and created for you. Monday Mental Real Estate is here to talk about the positive and negative contributors to your mindset. And what does that mean for you? Absolutely everything as we get ready to move forward in today's lesson of Monday Mental Real Estate. So before I even get started, I got to say good morning to all of you. And today is so important for so many different reasons. Why is it important for so many different reasons? You're getting ready to find out. So stay tuned. Today, life application. Let's get to it, guys, because I can remember those days of running around and running around and running around. Even it's something how we run around when we're young, but it's a little different as we get older when it's time for us to what? Run around. Now, when we was older and we ran around, we went outside and we stayed outside all day long. But why did we stay outside all day long? Because you know what? It was fun to be a kid. There were days when it was so fun to be a kid because we would always be running and be running and running. And you know what? There was no limits to where we would run to. Because I can remember back in the day when I was a kid, we didn't own a car. My mama didn't own a car. It's funny because my mom didn't decide to get a car until we was grown. Why is that? Because she knew that we was going to tear up the car. And guess who the first person to ever tear up my mom's car was? Me. Terrible accident, y'all. But thank God I survived and everyone was okay. But like I said, I can remember when we was going through and we was running around. And when we was running around as kids, we had so much energy. But you can also remember those times when we had so much energy that we got a little thirsty. Y'all remember those times? Because back then we was told to stay outside all day. Because you knew that if mom seen you and you came in the house, what's the one thing that she said you was going to do? If I see your face, I'm going to put you to work. So you had to stay outside and play all day. But while we was outside playing, we would always get thirsty. But you know what? We were actually scared to go back in the house because we didn't want to get put to work. And the thing is, my mom was Saturdays. She would always clean up. And I can remember when I smelt that when I heard the music come on and I seen them buckets come out and I heard the water running, that means hurry up, get dressed and get out of Dodge. Because we was waxing floors on hands and knees, y'all. I'm not kidding you. We was waxing floors, wood floors on hands and knees. That's what mama did. But when she said go outside, we would run all day. And we would get thirsty. So what did we do when we didn't get a chance to come in the house because we was thirsty? We would go to the side of the house. If y'all remember now, I'm just going back in my time. I don't know about you. But we would run to the side of the house. But what was on the side of the house? That spigot. Y'all remember that spigot? That little faucet that was on the side of the house? And guess what happened? All we had to see was a hose. Now, let me tell you, we would cheat sometimes because we would be running around the neighborhood so much that we didn't always know who had the hose attached to the spigot. And even if they didn't have it, we would turn that thing on, we'd stick our face under there, and we'd just get a drink of water. Woo! Y'all don't understand, summertime water was different than wintertime water. Sometimes it'd be hot, sometimes it might be lukewarm, but you wasn't getting no cold water in the summertime off no hose. Now, here's the thing about drinking off that water. It did kind of quench the thirst, didn't it? And I can remember being thirsty a lot of times because you know what? Thirst is for the mind. But thirst is also for the body. Now, when we're talking about your thirst, where is your thirst? And remember when you was a kid, what it was like to be thirsty. So let me ask you the question. Have you ever been thirsty? I'll tell you what it is. I've been in the car with people. I've done it myself. And when I've become thirsty, I knew I had to pull over and go find me something to drink. Isn't it funny? Because when you want something specific, you'll ask for it. You say, I need to get me a Dr. Pepper. Or you would say, I need to go get me some lemonade. Or I have a taste for some sweet tea. Or somebody would say, I need a bottle of water. But you know, it's funny, but when you're thirsty, it's something how the conversation changes and you say to yourself, you know what? I think I need something to drink. Isn't it something how the language changes? But you know what? Let me tell you guys something and enlighten you, because that's something about being thirsty, because what I want you to get is that mentality really plays a part in your thirst. So how do you thirst on this Monday Mental Real Estate? Because I want you to get something specific out of this one today. Because there's deep and then there's deeper. There's knowledge and then there's knowledgement. Now, the knowledge is what I'm going to give you, but the knowledgement is what you're getting ready to receive and understanding that there's something to it about this thirst thing. It ain't all what we think it's going to be, but I'm getting ready to enlighten you. So what I wanted to connect you with today is how does thirst diminish your mentality? Oh my goodness. How many times have you been thirsty? But you had no idea as many times as you walk around in the heat. And I can remember working outside and working outdoors and working on railroads and working on highways and working in the creek beds. I can remember doing all these things, and I can remember many times walking around being thirsty. And I knew if I didn't have nothing else if I had nothing else that I could do, I had to have me something to drink. You hear that again? Something to drink. When you're thirsty, you ain't looking for one thing. You're looking for something to drink. But check this out today, because I want to help you understand how does thirst diminish your mentality. Thirst, or AKA dehydration, diminishes mentality by slowing brain function, impairing focus, memory, and decision making, and worsening mood, causing irritability, fatigue, and anxiety. Even mild fluid loss disrupts neural pathways, reducing cognitive clarity and making complex tasks harder, as the brain struggles to communicate effectively, leading to brain fog and sluggish thinking. Thirsty? Are you thirsty? Okay, no, we're not done. How dehydration impacts your mind. Listen to this, guys. I'm giving you some real words today. Slower processing. Dehydration slows down the brain's communication pathways, leading to slower reaction times and difficulty with quick thinking. Reduces focus and memory. It becomes harder to concentrate on tasks, learning new things, or recall information, affecting both short-term and long-term memory. Wow. We learning something today. Let's keep it going. Impaired decision-making. The ability to weigh options and make sound choices is diminished, leading to second-guessing or poor judgment. You think I'm just talking about being thirsty? I'm giving you some real tidbits today. How does this affect your mentality? Listen to this, y'all. The mood disruption. Dehydration is linked to increased fatigue, irritability, anxiety, and can worsen symptoms of depression. And can worsen symptoms of depression. Just being thirsty. Now, brain fog, a feeling of mental sluggishness or haziness, is a common early sign that your body needs water. Now, we talk about water all the time. But how many of us are really drinking our water like we're supposed to? Come on now. Hormonal imbalance. Ladies, hormonal imbalance. Low fluid levels can trigger hormonal changes that negatively impact mood and cognitive function. So the next time I catch somebody, a female around me who's having a bad attitude and a bad day, I'm going to offer her a bottle of water. What you think? I think that might work. Listen. Here's the science behind it, y'all. Brain structure. Dehydration can even affect the physical structure of the brain, slowing its operations. Neural networks. Essential nerve signals and neurotransmitters don't function as effectively, hindering mental performance. All of this because you got thirsty. Oh my gosh, listen. And physical strain. The body works harder to maintain function, putting stress on organs, which further impacts mental well-being. Now, let me ask you, I got a couple more bullets, but I want to ask you, if you've ever had dehydration or a struggle with thirst, if you've ever been dehydrated to the point of ever having to go to the doctor, working outside in 107-degree heat with the heat index about 113. I didn't pay attention to it, y'all. I had to get into the water. I got into the water, but I'm going to tell you what happened. Check this out. Mild dehydration. This is when it happens. Mild dehydration is enough. Listen to me. It is enough to cause noticeable cognitive deficits, even before you feel intensely thirsty. Even before you feel intensely thirsty, you are already dehydrated. So by the time you get thirsty, do you realize you are already on your way? Oh my goodness. Symptoms can be subtle. This is what happens. When it happens, the symptoms can be subtle, like feeling tired or foggy, but they significantly affect daily functions and workplace performance. Now, that's something about this dehydration thing, isn't it? Because I can remember when the time I was dehydrated, my boss had to take me to the emergency room, not to the clinic, not home, to the emergency room. Now, I got an emergency room, and you know what? And I felt fine. I thought I was okay. Just like they said, it's subtle. It came upon me, and I just said, let me just get something to drink. And before I knew it, I had already began to bring back up the water I was drinking. I was wondering why I would sit there, and then all of a sudden I'd feel sick to my stomach, and I would be bringing back up the water I was drinking. And you know what happened when I went to the doctor's office, and I laid in the chair, and then they had me sit in the chair, and then they made me lay down, and I was having trouble, y'all. So they stuck this IV in my arm. And they put me about 5 or 6 saline bags, 5 or 6 saline bags in my arm. And I'm like, why is this necessary? But you know what they told me? They said, you know what, Mr. Freeland, what you didn't know, you got in here at a good time. Because not only was you thirsty, but you had already become dehydrated. And listen, when you become, and I'm telling you from experience because I've been there, when you become dehydrated to a certain level, your organs will begin to shut down. My kidneys were already beginning to malfunction because I was dehydrated, aka thirsty. Wow. Now, doesn't that say something to you when it talks about your mental real estate being thirsty? But, you know, I've been drinking on this bottle ever since I started, and I realized something. This bottle is now, there's no more water in the bottle. Now, here's the thing about that is that this is your mental real estate, right? So follow me here. I just got done talking about being thirsty. A lot of us go around and deal with activities every single day, and we know that we're still thirsty. A lot of us get an opportunity to pour into somebody's life. We're pouring into somebody's life because we know that somebody else might be a little thirsty. Now, that's funny because in the action of knowing what it's like to be thirsty, you yearn for water or just a drink. But when you pour into somebody, a lot of times what you don't realize is you might get a drop here and there, but eventually your drops will run out. But you keep pouring into somebody else. You keep pouring into the things that you believe in. You keep pouring into that vision that God gave you. You keep pouring into something that I can no longer receive anything from it because you've run out of what is necessary to pour into. Now, in Monday Mental Real Estate is about helping you understand your perspective of thought. Isn't it great to know that you are somebody that someone looks up to? Isn't it great to know that you are a mentor to somebody that needs you? Or isn't it great to know that you are that specific person assigned to somebody else to make sure that they get everything that they need because you know what? God has assigned you to somebody in your life. or in somebody else's life. You never know where your assignment's coming from. But one thing I've learned and one thing I know for sure is that, listen, you can't pour into anything out of what you don't have. Mental real estate, y'all. Helping you understand this perspective of thought that when you are someone that is engaged with somebody, when you're someone that is engaged with someone that you need to help, that you need to understand, where comes your understanding? Where comes your knowledge? Where comes your wisdom? Where comes your mental health? Where comes the things where you said, listen, I remember when I was thirsty. But you know what? I found a new sense of purpose when I opened this bottle. Because I know I can no longer take this one here and get anything out of it. There's nothing coming from an empty vessel. Mental real estate, y'all. Helping you understand your perspective of thought, because it's so important for you to know what you do is important. What you do is important. But let me ask you the question. What is important for you? What is important for you to know that what I'm doing right now matters so much, but what is it important for you? Because when it comes to the significance and the importance of others, we're right on time. We know exactly what we're doing, don't we? We show up for them. We pray for them. We love on them. We help pour into them. We help elevate them. We bring them along. We give them a good word. We pray for it. We receive it. We give another good word. We pray for it. We receive it. But we give another good word. But at some point in time, where is it good for you? Now, I'm not telling you it's not good for you as a person, as a human being, about health-wise. But I'm saying that when you begin to empty out your vessel, when you begin to, hey, let me talk to you for a minute. Let me get an opportunity to just tell you about some of the great things going on in my life. When I get a chance, I want to share some things with you, because I believe there's more in tune with your life than you really understand. But I also know that there's a great calling and a purpose on your life. But although I've said all those things, there's no substance. Your substance to the word is the word. Your substance to your word is the word. Help me understand somebody today, because if the substance to the word is not just your word, but the word that comes to the word that comes to you, the word that's given to you to create, the word that is necessary for you to give life. I said it all the time. In order to what? Give life, you got to what? Live life. So how do you live life and give life if there's nothing in the vessel? You have to move in a direction of your life that is not only going to be prosperous, to help you elevate the lives of others, but where say you when it comes to pouring in? Where say you when it comes to pouring out? Where say you when it's time for you to receive your elevation? When it's time for you to understand the pieces of your life that have to come together? Because just what happens is, as a Monday Mental Real Estate efficient analyst and Dr. Professor Michael Freeland, I get an opportunity to pour into everybody that I know. I pour into everybody that I don't know. But what say me? Do I become empty from reducing all that I have? Do I become empty from pouring everything that I got? And I'm still trying to pour, and eventually this vessel becomes empty. Now, on a spiritual side, when you empty yourself out, you go back to the storehouse. When you empty yourself out, you get back in tune with what you need to be doing. And I know I'm correct. If God is the source of your life, how do you think he feels when he has filled your cup? I've equipped you with all that you need. Go out and tell the people what I have to say. Go out and tell the people what I'm telling you. Educate them on what they need and the knowledge that they must have. Educate them on what I'm giving you. And then you go like this and say, okay, God, I got a I got a full vessel. I'm ready. So I get out here and I start dealing and I start wheeling and I start talking to these people. And you know what? And I'm so full of it. I'm so full of energy. Everything God has given me and that he's given you. We love to go around and talk, and we love to go around and speak life into others. We like to help elevate people, help them out of their situations and circumstances. But sometimes your situation and your circumstance needs to be poured into. That's funny, because as we got to that spigot on the side of the house to drink that water because we were so thirsty, we knew we wasn't going inside, because if we went inside, we had to work. But let me tell you something. Being thirsty is not just for the mind. Let me say this again. Being thirsty is not just for the mind. If you understand what I'm telling you, you'll know that being thirsty is for the body. It's for the body. Now, how do you forsake your relationship when it comes to the body? Because listen, when you go into yourself and you start analyzing what's important for you, you find out there are things about the body that it needs. When you get around the body, you receive what you need because you understand your body. But what do you think God is saying to you when it comes to the body? Sometimes I had to learn it the hard way, is that you got to get into the position to know how to elevate yourself, mastermind your thoughts, because it's real significant to know when it comes to your body what you need. If the vessel is full, I heard that crack. If the vessel is full, no problem. You can pour in. You have something left. You can continue to pour in when you have something left. But when you become empty, because you spend so much time pouring into the lives of others, what say you? At some point, if God fills you, you got to go back. At some point, if God has given you something and you went out to the world and you poured out what you know, you poured out the vision, you poured out the blessings, you poured out the prayers, you did everything, and guess what? Nobody's going to see that your cup is empty. You are the only person who's going to know when you need a refill. And when you understand that there's a refill, let me enlighten you on something. Stop running around to the clubs. Stop running around with your friends. Stop running around the shopping malls, because that is not going to fill your cup. Because if you understand the body, if you understand this body, you will know when it's time to get back to the body. I can't tell you how God is going to call you. I can't tell you how Jesus is going to influence your life. I cannot tell you. I wish I could, because I could say, here's your date, here's your date, this is your time, this is your time. I wish I could tell you how the Lord is going to do something to move in your life, but I can't, because I can never tell when you have run out from the body. But to enlighten you, to help you understand your mental real estate concept, when it comes to being thirsty, there's a reason you feel thirst. And there is a reason, an absolute reason, that you feel you need something to drink. Because as dehydration sets into the body, woo, let me tell you what happens. When you detach yourself from your source, when you detach yourself from, in my opinion, God, when you would detach yourself from Jesus, when you detach yourself from people that you know have done the things that have been helping you, you pull yourself back and you realize that dehydration is setting in. No longer do you have anything in your cup because it's empty. You've poured out everything that you have. And just as dehydration starts to take a toll on your body, so does your absence from the body. Not only should you refill, retool, but you gotta always remember that your mentality is connected to your thirst. When you get thirsty, you want something to drink. When you get thirsty in the church, you go back to the house. when you go back to the house, you can refill your cup. Just like you go to that fountain outside your job and you say, they got this thing here, I can refill my water. I can refill my water. I can stand here and tell you that I had been empty many times, even in talking. I had to pray my way through. Some of you have had to pray your way through because you knew God had given you something. But what you forgot through the life lesson is that you as well have to be filled. So even as you pour out, a lot of times I know when you get done with your talks, when you get done with your lessons, you get to yourself, you turn your cameras off, and the first thing you say is, woo, thank you, Jesus. Woo, thank you, Lord. Why? Because you know your cup runneth empty. And there's nothing wrong with giving all that you have. There's nothing wrong with being all that you're called to be. There's nothing wrong with walking in the purpose intended for your life. There's nothing wrong with changing and elevating somebody to a statute that God has committed you to doing. There's nothing wrong with fulfilling your assignment. I'm merely helping you understand that even though you are the vessel that is being used, if you're a vessel, guess what? You have the potential to run empty. And when you run empty, that's exactly the intention. I'm going to give it to you that you go to the world. And when you get done with the world, you come back to me. But the mistake is a lot of times we go to the world and we realize that we believe we should stay there because we've been sent. We've been sent. But you don't understand that when you walk out the door, there's something attached to you. So you can only get so far with whatever your assignment is. You can only get so far with the people you reach. You can only get so far with the lives that you need to touch before at some point you start feeling a tug back on your life. You start feeling a tug to get you back in the position where you was underneath the spigot, where you was trying to get that drink of water out of that empty vessel. And then you get under there and you realize, oh my God, I've been empty for quite some time. Let me enlighten you today. Monday Mental Real Estate is your perspective of thought, helping you gauge and understand. When you get thirsty, it's not just a physical thing. Yes, it affects us physically. And I gave you all the streamline of all of the things it can do to you. So remain hydrated. But just as I tell you to remain hydrated naturally, remain hydrated spiritually. Don't just give yourself away to the people that you know that need you without the recourse of understanding that you're going to suffer for what you're doing at some point in this time. It's not because you're suffering because you're not doing the right thing. It's because you're suffering because you didn't understand that at some point you are going to need a refill. At some point, you are going to need somebody to help you and enlighten the life that you have. At some point, somebody's got to mentor the mentee. We can't give it all because at some point, we got to get it back too. In the midst of forgetting, never forget yourself. In the midst of forgetting, never forget yourself. Because one of the things that they talk about is your cognitive functions in dehydration. When you run thirsty, you get brain fog. You start realizing I don't remember everything the same. Things don't look the same. But listen, by the time you become thirsty, you're well on your way to dehydration. And when it comes to your hydration and your faith, make sure to stay hydrated. If you can't do anything else, I don't care if you got to crawl, drag yourself, if somebody has to wheel you in, or if they got to fly you in by a helicopter, get back to the house. Get back to the storage. Get back to what fills you so you can continue what you're doing. God bless you all. I am yours truly, Professor Dr. Michael Freeland, helping you understand more about your thirst, helping you understand about more of the things that has elevated you, got you to where you get to. But now it's time to think about you. What say you on this Monday Mental Real Estate? I'm thirsty too, y'all. You didn't think I had a backup? And I needed every drop of it. And you do too. So God bless you as you move forward today and help understand more about what it is this thing is doing, y'all. We're doing it together. Monday Mental Real Estate did it again another time. God bless you all. Thank you so much for all that you do. And let me shout some people out so I can get out of here. Always my sister, Arlene Collins Wilson. I love you, girl. Continue to do what you do. Tuesdays, tune in to Arlene Collins Wilson giving another good word on Tuesdays, y'all. Tune in to her. Get her name and follow her because she's got a word for every single one of you. God bless you. Let's keep this thing running. Chandrika McDowell, God bless you. Thank you so much for being in here, for doing what you're doing. That's the author right there. Continue to follow her. Chandrika McDowell. That book is going to be powerful. It's going to continue to change lives. But I love how you continue to refill that water. Let's keep it going, y'all. Yolanda Shaheed, as always, great morning to you. I see you. Thank you so much for being a major supporter of Mental Real Estate. Ronnie Tisdale, what's going on, my dear? I appreciate you. Always here, always a fan, continuing to stand for the right thing. Thank you for your love and continued support from Mental Real Estate, and we continue to do this thing. You know what, Arlene? I can never speak to you without speaking to my brother, Eric. Please tell my brother I said hello. God bless you both. You are a power couple. You know what? And continue your development for the couples out there because they need it. And I know you guys have the tools and keys. Let's keep it going, y'all. I love this thing, y'all. Ambassador Jesse Nyambu, already over in Africa. I see you from Kenya. How are you? Jane Agatha. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Jane, my sister Jane, how are you? I see you. Champion of people. A champion of people. Jane, I appreciate all that you do. And let me tell you, I look forward to returning back to see you and the community that you're now working in. Amazing people over there, and I know you're continuing to do amazing work, Jade. God bless you and continue to elevate you in many, many ways. Corey Fox, my cousin, what's up, family? I see you. Big bro, little bro, big cuz, little cuz, don't matter, man. You're doing amazing work for these kids out here, and everyone, let me tell you, he does profound work with the youth. Profound work with the youth, and he continues to elevate the minds of youth, to change their mind, to change their direction, so that they don't give up on their lives. Because nowadays, and you see it, it's easy for these kids to turn loose and allow everything else to happen to them without understanding perspective of themselves. Moni Maples, what's up, lady? Miss Maples, good morning to you. Thank you for being in here. Always appreciate you, and always a great word. Ebony Saunders, my assistant, what's going on, lady? I see you. Y'all already know, pretty soon we're going to be moving around the country. And as we move, you'll be seeing Ebony more as well, y'all. We're not done yet. We're going to keep this thing going. Oh, my gosh. Felicia McGlory, thank you so much for taking your time for being in. I hope there was something said that helps you today. And God bless you, and continue to elevate yourself and be a better person every single day. Oh, my gosh. This is good stuff, y'all. And last but not least, if I miss you, please charge it to the head and not the heart. I'm going through some comments, and I'm finding who's in here so I can shout you out. Last but not least, my life's blood, my mama, Brenda Redmond. Mama, keep praying. Keep praying, mama, because God is moving this thing someplace I don't even know where my feet's going to touch yet. But I tell you one thing, I know two things for certain. His will won't be denied. I'm going to continue to move forward with the purpose and intention Mental Real Estate was created for, and God is the spearhead behind all that I'm doing. I thank you so much, Mama, for loving me and for praying for me. And everyone else, God bless you all. I hope you have yourself a safe day, a blessed week, and continue to do what is necessary to do more about your mental real estate. Whatever you do, stay hydrated. This is yours truly, Professor Dr. Michael Freeland, another time and another opportunity, and we'll talk again soon. God bless you all. Take care. Have yourself a good one. We'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.